A pleasure to be back once again with Chef Aitor Peruena of La Rosticceria. Homemade delicious food that you can come pick up and take home. Open every day of the week except Mondays. So very cool. Buenos días, Aitor. ¿Qué tal? How are you?
Buenos días.
What do you have for us today?
Hoy vamos a estar, súper contentos. Vamos a hacer una receta muy de origen francés, pero bueno, que creemos que es una receta pues para poner en los centros de la mesa. Es un plato muy ideal. Vamos a hacer una quiche Lorraine de verduras de otoño, en las cuales pues vamos a usar ingredientes de la temporada.
Look at this, we're going to make a quiche, which is a typically French dish, but a lovely one just to set on the table for everyone to share. And we're going to use autumn vegetables for our vegetable quiche.
Vamos a usar calabaza, brócoli, nabo, zanahoria, coles de Bruselas, un poco de tomate seco, albahaca, espinaca.
I'm trying to think what it is in English. So that's like pumpkin, no, like little pumpkin. And then you've got broccoli, and what was this white one here? Good carrots, Brussels sprouts, dried tomatoes, spinach.
Espinaca, muy importante, tomate seco.
Very important to have the dried tomato.
Albahaca, muy importante.
The basil, very important. Well, freshly picked from their herb garden.
Un poquito de cebollita,
and
que ya la tenemos
fried
pochada.
Onion already. He calls it his poached onion, but that's already done.
Y luego para el relleno, pues usaremos nata.
He's going to use cream for the filling.
Huevo y queso.
Cheese and fresh eggs.
Bien, pero para esta receta falta algo muy importante, que es la masa.
But very important for this recipe is the pastry itself.
Exacto.
Normally, Aitor makes their own pastry for La Rosticceria, but just to show you how simple to do things at home, he's using a store-bought pastry so we can get an idea. And if you can get this style of quebrada, apparently this is the type of pastry one wants for quiche. So he's putting oil in the pastry mold.
Añadir mantequilla también.
Or you can use butter. And just by putting a little bit of olive oil at the bottom of the pan, Aitor is saying we're already infusing the aromas into the dish.
Colocamos la masa.
And then we're going to just bake this for a few minutes. ¿A qué temperatura?
Lo vamos a meter a 185 grados, unos 7 minutos.
185 degrees for about 7 minutes.
Para que la masa no se nos caiga, vamos a hacer lo siguiente. Colocamos un papel de aluminio.
So that the pastry doesn't flop and it keeps its shape to then be able to put the filling inside and it holds it. Aitor's putting in silver foil paper, pop the pastry up against the edges, and now he's putting the silver foil in, making sure it's keeping the edges up and then folding it over.
¿Ves? Y ahora hay que meterle peso.
And now some weight.
Y usamos siempre garbanzos o algún tipo de legumbre.
Chickpeas are always an ideal way to then keep the weight in and keep that base flat.
Extendemos y con esto hacemos que la masa se quede pegada a la pared.
There you go. By spreading it out, you make sure that the pastry stays against
Estos
the dish.
garbanzos nosotros los guardamos siempre para hacer
And these chickpeas are ones that Aitor always uses for this.
Bien.
And now into the oven.
8 minutos, vamos a ir viendo.
We'll be keeping our eye on it to see how long. Okay, back in a moment.
Bueno, ya vamos a sacarlo, nos quedan segundos. De acuerdo. Tenemos ya la masa ligeramente horneada, ¿vale? ¿Veis ya cómo está ahí tostado?
Perfect.
Bien, ahí está horneada, perfecta. Ya tenemos la masa horneada, bien alta, para que podamos trabajar la quiche sin problema. La masa de la quiche es muy sencilla. Nata, cada medio litro le vamos a añadir 4 huevos, ¿de acuerdo? Aquí tengo medio litro.
Half liter of cream, 4 eggs. So every half liter of cream, you add 4 eggs.
Le vamos a añadir los huevos. Nosotros aquí en la rosticería usamos huevos pasteurizados, pero en este caso voy a usar huevos frescos para la receta.
He said here they use pasteurized eggs, but for this recipe he's using these.
Le vamos a añadir sal,
Salt,
un poco de pimienta.
a little bit of pepper.
No le voy a añadir ningún sabor raro, pero le podría añadir curry, le podría añadir cúrcuma, pero en
You
este
can
caso
add
no.
curcumine or you could add curry. In fact, you can add anything you like to the basic recipe. And instead
Queso.
of using vegetables like these, anything. This is cheese that he's adding in now to the
Queso
cream.
parmesano.
So Parmesan cheese, 4 eggs beaten into half a litre of cream.
Y batimos.
And he's beating it up gently, I see.
Y automáticamente vamos a empezar a montar la quiche. Primero le vamos a añadir una base de crema.
First thing he's going to do to set up our quiche is add the cream base. Hence important having the pastry pre-prepared to hold it.
Por eso es importante hornear la masa antes, para que no se nos rompa luego. Y empezamos a colocar,
And now the vegetables.
aparte que esto es precioso, queda rico.
And not only is it going to be delicious, but as Aitor is saying, the visual of the dish is also quite impressive.
Hay un ingrediente aquí muy importante que para mí es fundamental, que son las hojas de albahaca.
Aitor is saying that for him one of the most important ingredients of this dish are the fresh basil leaves.
Esto luego en la cocción, estas hojas se ablandan
They soften during cooking
y sueltan un aroma impresionante.
and give an amazing aroma.
Y el otro artículo que nos va a dar mucho sabor es este tomate seco,
And these dried tomatoes, he said, are going to give it a particularly unique flavor.
que también tiene un sabor muy bueno. Vamos a colocar zanahoria.
How pretty it looks.
¿Está para una foto o no, Nicole?
It is not only for photo, it's good enough to film. Es bastante bien para hasta grabar para la tele.
Espinaca.
And now the spinach, but look how beautifully he's putting it, obviously, because then when it bakes, you will get the same visual effect afterwards, which is why he's taking his time setting everything up. A healthy meal, and again, these vegetables, you can use leftover vegetables from another meal and make a quiche, or you could put anything in you like.
Son todo productos frescos.
All fresh and natural in this instance.
También muy importante, me encanta siempre trabajar con la cebolla previamente pochada, me encanta.
He likes to work with onion that he's already like pre-fried. He calls it poached.
Nos da siempre un toque agradable.
It's the softness, I suppose. Es la suavidad que aporta,
Sí,
¿no?
sí,
It's
pero
that softness that when you've prepared it before and
tiene
the
que
flavors
estar
are all
así,
like.
muy pochado, y este aceite es maravilloso.
It's also important the type of olive oil or the oil that you cook with that adds to the
Así
flavor.
podríamos meter lo que quisiéramos. O sea,
And I was saying, like, before, you can put anything into a quiche. The most important thing is your base, this lovely cream filling that he's making. But of course, if you're vegan, you can use almond milk or anything else.
medio litro para un molde.
So half a
Perfecto.
litre of cream with 4 eggs makes one family-sized quiche.
Dejamos así,
Just a little bit of rearranging to make sure it looks
esparcimos
pretty.
bien.
And there's vegetables in every bite.
Esta grasita es maravillosa y lo vamos a meter con un poquito de queso por encima.
And now he's finishing it off with the Parmesan cheese sprinkled on the top.
Lo vamos a meter en el horno a 150 grados durante 10-11 minutos.
And now it's going in a ¿cuánto? 150?
Sí, a 150.
150 degrees para 10-15 minutos?
Sí.
10 to 15 minutes. Perfect for the center of the table, and look how quickly we've prepared it. I mean, it really is like a half an hour wonder. I'm back in the oven. See you in 10 minutes.
También, muy importante, me encanta siempre trabajar con la cebolla previamente pochada. Me encanta.
He likes to work with onion that he's already like pre-fried. He calls it poached.
Nos da siempre un toque agradable.
It's the softness, I suppose. Es la suavidad que aporta,
sí,
¿no?
Sí,
it's that softness that when you've prepared it before and
tiene
the
que
flavors
estar
are all
así,
like...
muy pochado, y este aceite es maravilloso.
It's also important the type of olive oil or the oil that you cook with that adds to the
Así
flavor.
podríamos meter lo que quisiéramos. O sea,
and I was saying, like, before, you can put anything into a quiche. The most important thing is your base, this lovely cream filling that he's making. But of course, if you're vegan, you can use almond milk or anything else.
medio litro para un molde.
So
Perfecto.
half a litre of cream with 4 eggs makes one family-sized quiche.
Dejamos así.
Just a little bit of rearranging to make sure it looks pretty.
Esparcimos bien.
And there's vegetables in every bite.
Esta grasita es maravillosa y lo vamos a meter con un poquito de queso por encima.
And now he's finishing it off with the Parmesan cheese sprinkled on the top.
Lo vamos a meter en el horno a 150 grados durante 10-11 minutos.
And now it's going in a ¿cuánto? 150?
Sí, a 150.
150 degrees para 10-15 minutos?
Sí.
10 to 15 minutes. And look how quickly we've prepared it. I mean, it really is like a half an hour wonder. I'm back in the oven. See you in 10 minutes. It's on its way. Smells delightful.
Pues todavía le queda un poquito.
It's not
¿Vale?
set yet. Wow, that looks beautiful. Smells incredible. Look at that. Quick and delicious. A autumn vegetable quiche made with pumpkin and spinach and broccoli and carrots and turnip. Those very important to add in the
Lo podríamos hornear más, pero a mí me
basil.
gusta que quede jugoso, ¿vale?
And also those dried tomatoes he put in, and he said he could cook it more, but he likes it when it's that little bit spongy and juicy. Aitor, maestro, una vez más, thank you once again.
Por favor, un
See you
gusto.
next week.
Y cualquier cosa, si queréis las recetas, nos enviéis un email a info@rosticeriamarbella.com.